once you start to get the hang of it, once you start to understand what works for you and what doesn't work for you, then you start to get your rhythm, and then you can start getting clients more consistent. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. If you are new here, welcome. This is your go-to space for improving your everyday and making positive change. I'm Phoebe, your fellow explorer on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth. On this channel, we talk all things personal growth, productivity, and freelancing. If you've ever felt like you haven't achieved all that you aspire to achieve, then you are in the right place. Make sure you stick around, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get notified anytime I upload a video. Now, before we get started, if you are liking what you see, please hit that like button. This will help me to make more videos that you guys like and appreciate. Okay, so let's jump right in. Today, we are going into one of the most important aspects of freelancing, right? And that is getting clients. How do you get clients when you are just starting out in freelancing and you're just starting out building your career? And I know this can be a bit daunting for you guys, but don't worry, because I have got some tips that will help you to land your first or next paying clients. So make sure you stick around for all my tips all the way to the end of this video. Okay, so my first tip for you is to define your niche. Now, this doesn't have to be hard, but what I mean by defining your niche is defining what it is that you do and who you serve. Now, this is super important. I always say you need to understand who your clients are. So you need to know what it is you're offering, what problem you are solving, and who is it that has this problem that you will be helping. So by understanding the problems that your ideal clients are experiencing will help you to tailor your services and your marketing to their needs. The reason why, again, this is important because when you are speaking, going out, talking to people, you're going to be able to clearly articulate what it is you do and how it is you help them. So it's very important to define your niche, understand the problem, and also who is it that has that problem. Now, sometimes when people say define your niche, they mean pick a specific industry. Yes, that is part of it. However, the real niche is understanding what problem you solve. People will only buy something when they have a problem that will help them either make more money, build relationships, and improve their health. So those are the three key areas. So if you can get your services or your niche in any of those three areas, then you are off to a great start of getting and acquiring clients. Tip number 2. Now, I've said this in my other video, but you need to build your portfolio. People need to see what you have done, and it's very hard when you haven't done anything. However, what I would say, if you're someone like a graphic designer, then you could create different kinds of graphic to showcase like this is what you can do. Or if you have more of a consultancy service, you can get some testimonials from people who you have worked with, what kind of results that you've done. You can create case studies. You can literally use Canva and put all of this into Canva and create your portfolio that way. It doesn't have to be that hard, okay? You have to come up with creative ways that will help you to showcase what you can do for other people so that they can build that trust in you, okay? So that's my second tip, is to build your portfolio. My third tip is, now that you understand your niche and you understand the problems that you're solving, you have also built your portfolio. The next thing that you want to do is hang around where your ideal clients are hanging around. You want to be in those areas, you want to mingle, you want to engage, whether that is online or offline. You want to be in that places. You need to identify, where are your clients? Who needs my services? Where are they hanging out? What are they doing? What kind of things do they like? You need to know everything about who your client is. This will help you to understand who your client is, zone in, and really focus on those kinds of people who are most likely to buy your services, okay? So think about, where are they hanging around online? Social media is a very big place. So I'm sure you're going to find your clients on social media. Think about it. If you are offering some sort of consultancy service, LinkedIn is the creme de la creme, shall I say? Creme de la creme. That's where you're going to find a lot of your clients. If you are offering social media management services, then you need to think about which platform are you really specializing in the most, and which one do you want to be seen as an expert in, and go to those places. Not to say you can't be in other places, but you still want to make sure you create an online presence in that area or on that platform, right? So it's very important to understand where your clients are hanging out. If they are offline, if they go to events, parties, or if they hang out at the bar or something, where are your clients most likely to hang around? That is the place you want to be. My fourth tip is to create content. You need to start creating content, right? Because everybody is online now. And if you're not creating content, people are not seeing you. You are out of mind, out of sight, out of mind, right? If you are just starting out as a freelancer, start creating content. If you are good at writing, maybe blogging might be good for you. One thing that I like about LinkedIn is that you can actually write blogs on LinkedIn. People are more likely to see your articles that way than if you used to have it on your website and you wasn't driving any traffic to your website. Go out there and start creating content. Talk about the things that you know, talk about your services, talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, everything to do with your services, because you want to become that go-to person. You want people to think, oh, if I'm thinking of a specific service, i.e. a website designer, if I'm thinking I need a website for my business, who do I know that creates website? I'm going to think about the first person that I see all the time on social media. So you want to be known as that go-to person for your specific service. Number 5. Now this is still part of being in the online space. It is to engage. Now, as much as creating content is important, you also need to make sure you are engaging. There is no point in creating content if you are not engaging. Engaging with other people is the most important people. There's so much things going on in the online space. Okay, you need to show up on other people's platforms. You need to collaborate. Networking online is like how you wouldn't network offline. The number 6 tip on my list is creating a community. People underestimate how important it is to create a community online. Your community are your go-to people. These are the people who are in your world. If you are building a community online, you're engaging with people and you're networking, you're building relationships, you want to take that relationship offline. I definitely recommend building your community, building relationships by taking the relationship to the next level and inviting them for a coffee chat. You are not selling on the call, you are just building a relationship, getting to know one another, and obviously you can just see where it takes you. And I feel like this works so much better than actually trying to sell people in the DMs. This is my favorite, is just having nice, simple, relaxed coffee chat. I think it just takes the pressure of selling with people. People are going to buy from you if they like you and if they can see that this is somebody I can work with. And one way to build relationship is to have conversations. I feel like I've said this over and over again, but number 7 is to network. Now, when I say network, I mean offline now. We've spoken about networking or engaging, building a community online. Now it's about getting off your laptop, getting off your screens and going out there. Go to physical places. You are more likely to build trust when people meet you face to face because it feels more real. And when it feels more real, you are able to develop trust much more quickly than if you was trying to build a relationship online. So I'll say book yourself for networking events. So those are my tips, my 7 tips on how you can land your first or second client. Once you start to get the hang of it, once you start to understand what works for you and what doesn't work for you, then you start to get your rhythm, and then you can start getting clients more consistently and figure out ways of how to keep clients and maintain clients within the business. But yes, those are my tips for you. Now I want to hear from you. If you have already had clients, let me know in the comments. And if you haven't had any clients before, let me know in the comments what was your favorite strategy. So that's it for now. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Keep thriving.